here we have the two little clowns, which are absolutely lost in this tank. Don't know what fish I'm going to put in, but like I said earlier, I have no intention of stocking it with limitless amounts of fish. I want to be growing SPs and things like that in there, lots of corals and anemones, so I want to keep the conditions really tight. I know the filtration is incredibly good, obviously with all the 100 kg of live rock, and then of course the filtration system as well. But the thing is, I just don't want to be a slave to all the fish. One thing I have noticed is it eats a substantial amount of RO water. I topped up the RO water tank, which I think takes about 25 litres altogether or something like that, and I'm now within, I'd say, 3 days, and I'm already halfway down. So what they say about 7 days is probably true. I did have some problems, however, trying to get this bloody float thing, because the problem was it was dunking down a little bit, and as a result there was still water being pumped in, even though the salinity was fine. The problem that I found was the protein skimmer. It can be very, I don't know what the word is to use really, but it can be very, it moans. It does not like being played with. If you start to play with it, the water will flood into there, and then it'll have an effect on the level of the sump, and that'll have an effect on the display tank, and so I've been really trying to tweak this float. I'm getting used to it, I'm getting to the hang of it, and I think I've done it. I've yet to still get the light settings calibrated. I've not yet done that. I'm going to be probably working on that later on this evening, but for now we have two tiny little clowns, as you can see, which obviously will pair. It looks like three there, I don't know why. It's a reflection on the other side of the glass. I can assure you there is only two. If I look on this side perhaps, where are they? In the grand scheme of things, there we go, two tiny little clowns. So it's, I don't know, they seem incredibly small by comparison of the tank, but these are tank bred, which means they are not ripped out of the reef, which is something that makes me very happy. I'm quite happy to have exclusively tank bred only, because I'm not one for going to reefs and taking animals out. I mean, yes, I have 100 kg of live rock and I do have an element of guilt, but as far as I'm concerned with the fish, there isn't a need to take the mick on the environment regarding that, so I'm quite happy to go along with the sustainable fish and things. But yeah, basically that's it. I'm absolutely loving it. As you can see, I've got quite a deep sand bed there, which in time will become crawling with critters, as I've done in previous tanks that I've had before. So that's it. So I'm going to load this in a minute. I have just cleaned the skimmer. The skimmer has been operating since, I'd say, Thursday, and I've literally had to take it off because the amount of crap, and I'm not on about liquid, I'm on about hard, dry sludge, stinking sludge that had dragged out of the tank in 3 days. I've just put it back on now, put it back together, the lid, but good God, what a lot of crap it took out of there. Anyway, speak to you all later. Watch this space.